Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric and I like to read, and today I'm going to be doing my September wrap-up. So first off, I know I'm a little delayed with getting my September wrap-up to you guys, but life gets in the way sometimes, and that happened. And so here I am to finally share my thoughts about my September books with you guys. So the first one that I finished in September was the third book in the Cradle series, which was Black Flame. And I actually really enjoyed this one. I thought it was really well done, and you got to see more of Lyndon's progression throughout this one. His character really developed a lot more, and he got to experience different types of like fighting styles for one thing, but also different areas too. Like they went to a new place that was kind of like built out of a dragon's like skeleton, so that was really cool. And there are some other people that come into play. My favorite character, Ethan, is also in this one. I mean, he was in the other one too, but like he's more prominent in this one, and you learn more about him a little bit. he's very like a he's a very elusive character, so you don't know too much about him up front, and like little bit by bit is revealed about him as the book series goes on. So I only had the first three on my Kindle. I think I will continue though, which means I'm gonna have to get the other ones. So I will be reading more of this series in the future. I just have to get them on my Kindle. The next thing I read was Die, and so this is a graphic novel about a bunch of teens who play this game of Dungeons and Dragons, but they actually get taken to this world and come back, and you don't really know what happened to them in this world, but they come back. Like one of them's not even with them anymore. They didn't come back with them. One of them's missing a limb, so it's like stuff went down when they went to this world the first time, and so now it's following them when they're older, in their like adult years, and they get back together to celebrate one of their birthdays and end up getting pulled back into the world again. And so from there you explore them and their characters that they were in this world before, and just see where they go from there. I don't want to give any more because I don't want to give anything away, but I was very pulled into this and very intrigued by this first volume, and I definitely want to continue with this because it was really cool, and I was pretty invested and just wanted to see what was going to happen next. So I would definitely continue this series. Then I read Valiant, and I would say this one probably was like a little bit better than Tithe, but still kind of on the same like playing field where I would still rate this like a 3. It was okay. Like it was nothing special. I didn't find myself being constantly pulled back to the book and wanting to read more about it. But that being said, it was a very easy read. Like it flows very like quickly, and the plot doesn't really dilly-dally, so you get through it quite fast, but it was just not that exciting of a plot to me. I definitely prefer her other trilogy, like the Cruel Prince series. I like that way more. I'm gonna finish this one now just because I've read the first two and I'm a completionist, so I will read the last one, which I think is like Ironside, I think is what it's called. But yeah, I strongly think that this is going to be a series I'm going to bring back to the used bookstore because I don't really feel any connection to the characters. This one also dealt with the main character kind of living in New York, I think it was New York, and they were like living on the streets of New York with other like street kids, and getting into some stuff that like happens on the streets. Yeah, it actually dealt with like some pretty intense like adult topics that I was not expecting for like this age range of book, but it went there, and I think it dealt with it pretty well. It was just a very like I was caught off guard because I wasn't expecting to like be thrown into that deep of stuff. But yeah, so I will continue with the series. We'll see how it wraps up and go from there. This is also like it's like a series, but I think each book stands alone, so you can like read them however you want. Like there was a small reference in this one to the first book, but like a very small reference, and that was it. There was no tie-in with any of the characters from that one to this one. So yeah, I feel like they can be read as standalones. But yeah. So You will see me be reading the third one, and most likely giving it a 3 as well. Who knows, maybe that one will be way better than these two, but we'll see. And then the last one I read right before the very end of the month. Actually, no, okay, that's a lie. This last one I read on the first day of October, but I'm still counting it for my September wrap up, is Saga Volume 10. I finally got to it, and I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars. So that was surprising to me because I'm pretty sure I've given every other one in the series 5 out of 5 stars. This one still carried a lot of like the same feelings from the rest of the series. It just didn't seem to hold up for that like 5-star mark. But the way this one ended definitely pulls you in, and you need to know what's going to happen in the next volume. That was like a big surprise at the end. And it shows that they have more plans for the future of this series. So that makes me very excited because I'm looking forward to seeing more of what's going to happen. But yeah, this one was kind of following up after the events of Volume 9, and Volume 9 was a big one. Like that one had a lot of key moments happen, and so this one was just kind of like the follow-up of that. So it wasn't too intense, but it was still very good, and this is still like one of my favorite graphic novel series that like I hold near and dear to my heart because it's just fantastic. So yeah, if you are thinking about starting Saga, definitely check out the first volume and get into this series. I promise you will like it. Anyways, those are all the books that I read in September. Let me know if you've read any of those in the comments down below. I know it wasn't the most productive month, and I only really read like 1.5 books and 2 graphic novels, but it is what it is, and I did my best. Anyways, if you guys want to support me, I have a Patreon and a Ko-fi page, which I'll put in the description down below, as well as the links by my bookmarks. You guys know the drill. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification button so you get notified when I post new videos. I post my videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Until next time, keep on reading.